Are you a fan or just?
Well, I'm also a fan, but
you're working with him, or?
but you know he's also under the same sponsorship deal. Yeah, he's also the Bad Boy team, so I'm giving support to Bad Boy and Stipe.
Well, you got Tyron Woodley on the horizon. When that fight was announced, what went through your mind?
I was excited. I was excited to make that next step, to where I'm in the title mix. You know, so I was extremely excited.
Do you feel like a win in that fight is the one that could kind of propel you to that number one contender spot, or do you think it'd be another win or two away?
That choice isn't up to me. You know, I'll do whatever the company asks of me, but it'll definitely put me in that picture. One win away for sure. After Tyrone.
How do you feel your fan base has grown just overall after especially after the appearance in Mexico and the win over Jake Ellenberger, your most high-profile win?
Yeah, I mean, it's really overwhelming the way that the fan base has grown. Really, sometimes it's a little overwhelming. I thought I was going to be able to handle it sometimes, but sometimes it's just like, wow, the amount of fans that that have grown. It's just crazy. I didn't expect it to.
When you've watched Woodley in the past, what's impressed you the most? What stood out?
His athleticism, just like everybody can see, is his athleticism, his explosiveness, and his power. He's a very explosive and powerful athlete. And that's what stands out really out of him. And it's going to be a tough task to deal with.
Do you feel like you'd be able to wear him down just with your style, your pace? Is that something that's in your mind?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I put up a sort of pace that I don't know that a lot of people can keep up with. I put up a very high pace right off the bat, and put pressure on you. And I think a guy like Tyrone is going to have a hard time dealing with it.
Yeah, the UFC in Arizona. You're an Arizona native. Obviously, you're not fighting tonight, but what does that mean for the state?
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, this is a historic event, and I wanted to come here because I knew it was a long time in the making, and I'm excited. I hope this is one of many events that they do here in Arizona. I would love to fight in front of my hometown crowd, here in Arizona. So I hope the fans impress, Dana and Joe enough to be able to come back.
Are you going to work with Mike Dolce for your camp?
That's undecided yet, but right now I have hired this company called Bulk Shred. They help me. They help me with my nutrition. They help me with my diet plan, and they cook my meals. They prep my meals and they deliver them to the gym that I'm training at over at Alliance in San Diego. So that's a pretty sweet deal, especially since I'm too tired to cook after practice, or I don't even bother to cook after practice. So these meals are extremely helpful for after practice. They're just healthy meals, nutritional meals that all you got to do is heat them up and eat it. So that's what I'm going to stick with. I was real successful with that, so I'm going to stick with that.
Did you use them for the first time before Ellenberger?
I used them for the Ellenberger fight, so it was the first time I had used them.
How important has basic nutrition and just proper weight cutting been to your success at 170? Or is it just
every time.
Or is it something that kind of got overblown a little bit, Dolce stuff?
No, the couple times that I the one time that I failed to make weight was basically my fault, my time management skills. I just didn't have enough time to cut the extra weight, but that's my fault. You just learn and you grow, and then so the times that I have stuck with a diet plan, with a real good diet plan, and actually at a real good, healthy weight. The times that I've done that is the times that I felt the best. My fight against Brian Melanson, I had one of the best comps I've ever had. And then this last fight against Jake is also the best I've ever felt coming into a fight. So nutrition definitely was a major factor, in helping making sure that my body was at 100%.
Is that just part of the process of becoming a full-time fighter, or was it just about becoming a welterweight?
It was a combination of both. Before I didn't even know how to follow a diet. So now I've gotten some experience and been able to be successful at it and grow and learn on how to follow diets. And then another thing was knowing that I had to cut back as well. Because I'm going to be dropping down to welterweight, so I need to walk around lighter than I usually do.
Got to ask you, how'd you score the rematch between Robbie Lawler and Johnny Hendricks?
That was a weird fight. That was a weird fight. I was there at the fights in Vegas. And honestly, I couldn't tell you how to score the fight. I would have scored it a draw, honestly. Johnny said he didn't show up to fight in the 4th and 5th round, and I'd have to agree. He was just trying to win the rounds, not win the fight, and that's what cost him the fight, I think.
What do you want to see next?
Well, I'd like to see the UFC keep its word and give the title shot to Rory. Yeah.